welcome back to the podcast playground. Our newest podcast is The Best Podcast.
Join Jay Carter and me, Vida Best, on The Best Podcast. From the latest cell phones to affordable wines that won't break the bank.
So tell a friend, you've found the best podcast.
Where every recommendation is a gem waiting to be uncovered. Tune in weekly for your dose of excellence.
Today we're cutting through, the relentless noise of constant innovation.
Yeah, there's always something new, isn't there?
Exactly. We want to pinpoint what truly matters in the tech world of 2025. So our mission today is to unpack the most insightful nuggets from a fascinating source. It's an article from Yanko Design titled 10 Best Tech Gadgets of August 2025.
Yanko Design, right. They often have interesting takes on concepts and future tech.
They do. And this one makes a pretty bold claim. It suggests August 2025 feels like a real turning point in tech design.
A turning point? How so?
Well, moving beyond just flashy gimmicks towards gadgets that genuinely solve problems.
Okay, I like the sound of that. Function over flash.
Right. We want to see if, as the article suggests, the best technology really doesn't screen for attention. It just works beautifully in the background of your life.
That's exactly right. What's truly exciting about this article and what we're dissecting today isn't just a list of new shiny objects. It's the philosophy behind them.
Right.
What the author calls thoughtful innovation. These are tools designed by people who deeply understand that great technology should feel almost invisible.
Invisible, yeah.
Yet profoundly enhance your daily life. It's about a shift in design where devices are supposedly redefining what smart looks like in 2025.
By prioritizing genuine utility over just, novelty.
Precisely. Less about showing off, more about actually helping. Let's see if these gadgets live up to that.
Okay, let's unpack this first one then. The Google Pixel headphones concept.
Ah, the Pixel line.
Yeah, this is about taking what Google already does pretty well in smaller audios. Think their Pixel Buds Pro.
Those are pretty popular.
And scaling it up for serious over-ear headphones. The designer, Sid Hant, apparently captured the essence of Google's beloved pebble shapes perfectly for the premium audio space.
Interesting. So keeping that Google aesthetic.
Totally. But what really jumped out at me, beyond the, gorgeous design, is that metal connecting the ear cups to the headband.
Okay.
It gives off these major Philippe Starck vibes, but in the best possible way.
Philippe Starck. Wow. That's high praise. He's known for that sort of sleek, almost sculptural look.
Exactly.
Right.
Making everyday objects feel like art.
And that's exactly where the concept shines, I think. What's fascinating here isn't just the aesthetic, it's how it prioritizes a really intuitive user experience.
How so?
Well, the source really highlights the frustration many people have with invisible touch panels on headphones.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Accidentally pausing or skipping tracks.
Right. So having physical buttons everywhere, thank goodness, is a huge design win here.
Ah, physical buttons. Like what?
You get a dedicated ANC button, a power button that cleverly doubles as your Gemini AI trigger.
Okay, that's smart.
And proper volume controls you can actually feel, not just sort of swipe at and hope for the best.
Yeah, that tactile feedback is important.
Absolutely. Plus, the inclusion of USB-C charging, which is standard now, thankfully, and even a headphone jack for wired listening.
A headphone jack. Retro, but practical.
It demonstrates that sometimes the simplest, most reliable solutions are indeed the best ones. It's about meeting users where they are, acknowledging their existing frustrations and improving upon a familiar experience, rather than just reinventing the wheel for the sake of it.
So it's really leaning into those physical controls that work like you expect them to.
Exactly.
And that unmistakable Google design language done right. But it's still just a concept.
The catch.
Which is a major bummer because I kind of want these now.
I get that. Concept designs can be tantalizing.
And I wonder, couldn't those sleek metal details potentially make them heavier than they need to be?
That's a very good point.
It's a gorgeous design, but for comfort over long periods, weight really matters.
You've absolutely hit on a key design trade-off there. Aesthetics often clash with ergonomics, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
While the visual appeal is undeniable, the concept does suggest a potential weight issue. But even with that, the core idea here aligns perfectly with the article's turning point thesis.
Yeah, awesome.
Even in premium audio, the focus seems to be shifting back to foundational usability and a design language that feels refined, not just flashy.
Right.
It's a conceptual step towards headphones that are as enjoyable to interact with physically as they are, hopefully, sonically.
Okay, shifting gears quite a bit here. From elegant audio to something, well, different. Our next gadget tackles a very different problem, and honestly, the article calls it probably the least sexy gadget on this list, and that's exactly why it works so well.
Least sexy. Okay, I'm intrigued. What is it?
It's called the CAMIO, C-A-M-I-O. And for just $79, it promises to turn any pair of glasses you already own into smart glasses.
Any pair. For $79. That's accessible.
Right. And it claims to record better video than Meta's $300 Ray-Bans.
Better video than the Meta Ray-Bans? Wow.
The look, it might appear about as subtle as a neon sign on your face. Or, quote, like someone strapped a highlighter to your face.
Ouch. Not exactly blending in then.
Not at all.
Yeah.
But it shoots 2.7K video and weighs less than an AirTag.
2.7K is pretty decent quality and super lightweight.
So I have to ask, for something you wear on your face, is unsubtle really a sustainable design choice? Or does its affordability just outweigh that for its specific niche?
That's a great, very practical question, and I think it gets right to the heart of what makes the CAMIO's real genius so intriguing. Its radical versatility and utility. While the Google Pixel headphones are about refined design, the CAMIO embodies that thoughtful innovation through pure function.
Right.
It's not just for glasses. The article says you can literally stick it anywhere you need a camera.
Anywhere. Like,
think kitchen counters for cooking videos, maybe a bookshelf for home security, or even a dashboard for capturing scenic road trips.
Huh. So it's more of a tiny, versatile camera module that happens to fit on glasses.
Exactly. And the built-in screen, a truly smart addition, I think allows you to see what you're recording and change settings without constantly pulling out your phone.
That is useful. No guesswork.
Right. The article praises it precisely because it sacrifices a sleek look for genuine utility. It's democratizing a technology that was previously expensive and niche.
So it tells us that for some products, being incredibly practical and accessible is the ultimate form of smart design.
I think that's the argument, yeah. Functionality first.
So the obvious likes here are clear. It works with literally any glasses you already own.
Huge plus.
And offers way better video quality than expensive alternatives.
Real price, yeah.
The dislikes are definitely its unapologetically bulky design that won't win any beauty contests. And its, well, unsubtle look.
Fair enough.
But it's an absolute masterclass in functionality over flash, isn't it?
It really seems to be.
It seems to embrace its unsexiness for the sake of being incredibly practical and accessible, which I think is a really interesting counterpoint to the idea that all tech needs to be beautiful.
It absolutely is. And that's a key takeaway from the article's core theme, I think. It's moving away from the idea that tech has to be a fashion statement.
Right.
Or that it needs to be integrated into everything. Sometimes it just needs to be a tool that solves a specific problem effectively and affordably.
Yeah.
The CAMIO proves that a gadget doesn't need to be sleek or visually integrated to be truly smart in its application and utility. It focuses on the core purpose recording. And apparently, it does it remarkably well for its price point.
Okay, this next one, concept plumage. This one really made me think.
Plumage, what is it?
It made me wonder why we've been putting up with terrible phone keyboards for almost 20 years.
Oh, tell me about it. Touchscreen typing.
Seriously, how many times have you tried to type a long email on your phone and just ended up saying, forget it, I'll do it later on my laptop?
Too many times to count. It's just painful for anything longer than the sentence or two.
Exactly. So this plumage is a phone concept with a clever flip design.
Okay, flip, like the old phones. Sort of. You peel back the bottom half like opening a banana and boom, you've got a real keyboard.
Like opening a banana. Interesting visual. So a physical keyboard appears.
Yeah, a tactile one. When you're done, you flip it back and you have your full screen again. The source says, it's so simple, I'm amazed nobody's built this yet.
It does sound kind of obvious when you describe it.
Right. It addresses a pain point that nearly all of us likely feel, but have just sort of accepted as part of modern phone use.
You're absolutely not alone in that frustration.
Yeah.
This concept really hits on a fundamental paradox of modern mobile tech.
I thought
Your phone today is more powerful than laptops from 10 years ago. It can do incredible things.
Sure.
Yet typing anything longer than a quick text message remains, as the article puts it, a torture.
It really can be.
The plumage concept directly addresses this by providing a physical keyboard you can type on confidently, feel the keys.
Yeah, that muscle memory.
Exactly. And what's particularly insightful, I think, is the idea mentioned that it could easily work as a phone case. Oh, as a case, not built into the phone itself.
Potentially. Which means it doesn't rely on the big phone manufacturers adopting the idea into their core designs.
So it could be an accessory that bypasses the slow industry adoption cycles.
Precisely. It's a practical innovation that makes sense for anyone who uses their phone for more than just quick messages, writing emails, composing longer notes, maybe even coding snippets on the go.
Right.
It recognizes an overlooked friction point and proposes a really intuitive solution.
So the immediate likes are definitely having a keyboard you can type on confidently.
For sure.
And that it keeps your phone compact when you don't need the keyboard.
Best of both worlds, potentially.
The dislikes, though, it takes up screen space when the keyboard is out, obviously.
Yeah, that's a trade-off.
And, more moving parts mean more things that could break. Hinges and sliders can be failure points.
True, durability is always a concern with moving parts.
But the ingenuity here is truly an aha moment for anyone who struggles with touchscreen typing.
It really is.
And it's a brilliant example of a concept that seems so obvious once you see it. It makes you realize how much we've compromised convenience for a purely digital interface.
And that's the core of truly thoughtful design, isn't it? Recognizing an overlooked everyday friction point and creating a seemingly simple yet potentially impactful solution.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't about adding some new complex feature, but reintroducing a familiar, proven interface in a way that blends seamlessly with modern devices.
Yeah.
It highlights that sometimes the best innovations are those that bring back what was good from the past, but in a new and improved form. It's about leveraging existing tech with smarter design.
And speaking of clever design, the next one, the NightWatch.
NightWatch. Sounds like something for nighttime.
It is. And it's one of those designs that makes you wonder why Apple doesn't just include something like this in the box with every Apple Watch.
Oh, an Apple Watch accessory.
Yeah. It's described as a solid chunk of lucite, shaped like an orb that turns your Apple Watch into the perfect bedside clock.
Lucite, like that clear acrylic material.
Exactly. It's transparent, durable, and the orb shape isn't just for looks.
How does it work?
The material actually magnifies the watch face so you can read the time from across the room.
Oh, that's clever, like a lens.
Yeah, and it has clever channels built into the lucite that amplify the sound.
Amplify sound? How?
Just through acoustics, apparently, so your alarm is loud enough to actually wake you up.
Wow. So no electronics in the stand itself.
Nope.
That's brilliant.
It's almost deceptively simple in its genius. Just focusing on enhancing an existing product rather than creating a whole new device.
What's genuinely fascinating here, then, is that there are no electronics involved. Zero.
Right.
This is what the article calls pure design genius, using only the optical properties of lucite and some strategically placed channels for sound.
They're pretty cool.
The sheer simplicity is what makes it so elegant and effective. You just drop your watch in.
And it uses the watch's own nightstand mode, I assume.
Right. And apparently you simply tap anywhere on the surface and your watch screen lights up.
So you don't have to fumble for the tiny watch screen in the dark.
Exactly. Check the time without fumbling around. It's a brilliant example of a non-tech solution enhancing an existing tech product.
Yeah.
It transforms a small personal device into a functional room-level utility, and it perfectly encapsulates the article's core message: thoughtful innovation through minimalist design.
So for likes, it's definitely pure design genius that needs zero electronics to work perfectly.
Can't argue with that.
And it makes your watch way more useful as a bedside clock.
Solves a real problem for Apple Watch owners.
On the flip side, the dislikes.
Yeah.
It apparently takes up quite a bit of space on your nightstand. It's an orb, after all.
Okay, yeah, lucite orbs aren't exactly small. Space could be an issue.
And the material. Lucite shows every fingerprint and dust speck.
Ah, the cursive, clear, shiny things. Constant wiping required.
I could already imagine myself constantly wiping it down. But for those of us who reach for our phone or watch in the middle of the night and struggle to see the time without blinding ourselves,
which is many of us,
it's a really elegant solution to a very common problem. It's a great example of an accessory that unlocks more value from something you already own.
It really is. This gadget speaks to a broader trend, I think, of optimizing existing tech through clever, often minimalist design.
Mm-hmm.
It's about making a device you already own more valuable and integrated into your daily routine, fulfilling a simple yet overlooked need.
Yeah.
It's a testament to the power of physical design in an increasingly digital world. It proves innovation doesn't always have to be about new circuits and software. Sometimes it's just about shaping material smartly.
Okay, finally, number 5, the Sony Goo controller concept.
Goo controller. Okay, you have my attention again.
Yeah.
Sony, like PlayStation.
Yeah, it's a gaming controller concept. And this takes the transparent tech trend we've seen with companies like Nothing
Right, showing the internal.
and makes it feel almost organic instead of clinical.
Organic? How?
The outer shell looks like some kind of alien goo that's wrapped around the electronics inside.
Alien goo, seriously.
That's the description. It's described as weird in the best possible way, like the controller's alive instead of just another piece of plastic and circuit boards.
Wow. That's a very different aesthetic. Alive.
Yeah. And the buttons apparently sit under this translucent skin, which creates a strange but satisfying feeling when you press them.
Huh. So a different tactile experience, too.
Seems like it. This really pushes the boundaries of how tech should look and feel, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And this is where design really ventures into a more experiential, maybe even emotional realm.
Yeah.
This concept feels like the logical next step beyond what nothing started with their transparent phones. It moves beyond just revealing circuit boards.
Right. It's not just about seeing the tech.
No. This controller makes technology feel less mechanical and more biological. Its organic curves give it a personality that regular controllers simply don't have.
A personality in a controller.
Yeah. It genuinely challenges what gaming gear is supposed to look like, pushing boundaries in both aesthetic and tactile design. It's an exploration of how that emotional connection can be built into a device's physical form. I'm just imagining trying to explain this to my tech-skeptical aunt. Yes, Aunt Carol, it's a video game controller, but it feels like it's alive and made of alien goo.
She definitely raised an eyebrow at that one.
Absolutely. But it shows how design is evolving.
So the likes here are obviously its completely unique look that stands out from boring gaming controllers.
It definitely stands.
And that the translucent design is genuinely beautiful to look at in its own weird way.
If you like that organic, slightly alien vibe.
But on the dislike side, that organic vibe might creep out some gamers who prefer a more traditional, predictable, tactile feel.
Sure, it might not be for everyone. Could feel weird after a long gaming session.
And maybe those unusual materials could wear out faster than traditional plastic. Goo might not be as durable as ABS plastic.
That's a valid concern. Material science is key for something you handle so much.
But it's definitely a conversation starter.
No.
And it points to a future where our devices might not just be tools, but almost living extensions of our experiences, especially in gaming, where immersion is everything.
It truly embodies the idea of redefining what smart design looks like, but in a very different way than, say, the NightWatch.
Yeah.
It's not just about functionality here, it's about creating an experience that is novel and engaging on a sensory, maybe even emotional level. While it might have practical challenges, durability, feel its visionary design suggests a future where our tech doesn't have to conform to rigid conventional aesthetics. It can instead evoke a sense of wonder, or even, as the source says, a feeling of being alive.
It's a bold experiment in tech as art, maybe.
I think that's a good way to put it. Tech as a sensory experience.
So, looking back at these 5 gadgets then, we've got the refined Pixel headphones concept, the aggressively utilitarian CAMIO,
Right.
the nostalgic yet modern Plumage keyboard concept, the brilliantly simple NightWatch, and this boundary-pushing goo controller. It's quite a range.
There really is.
But it seems clear they collectively embody what the source calls the problem-solving tech revolution. These aren't just flashy new toys, are they?
No, not according to this article's thesis. They're presented as being about genuine improvements to everyday life, often by addressing long-standing frustrations or overlooked needs.
Yeah, like the typing issue or seeing your watch at night.
Exactly. What this article really highlights, or argues, is that 2025 signals perhaps a new era for tech, defined by more thoughtful and considerate design.
Thoughtful and considerate.
Yeah. Each of these gadgets supposedly earns its place through genuine utility rather than just flashy features piled on. This shift toward human-centered design, if it's real, is truly significant. It indicates that designers are, hopefully, focusing more on making your actual life better and creating devices that are designed to seamlessly disappear into your daily routine, or at least solve a problem without adding new ones.
Right, like the article said, technology that doesn't scream for attention?
Precisely. It signals a potential maturity in the tech industry where designers are thinking less about what can we technically do and more about what should we do to genuinely improve people's lives.
That's a good distinction.
And it suggests maybe a consumer base that's becoming increasingly discerning, demanding utility and seamless integration over pure novelty, which, if true, is a powerful market signal.
Okay, so as we wrap up, maybe it's something for you listening to consider. If the future of tech is truly about solving real problems and seamlessly integrating into our lives, what everyday frustrations or overlooked needs do you think are ripe for a problem-solving tech revolution?
That's a great question. What's your pet peeve that tech could solve elegantly?
Exactly. What invisible tech would make your life immeasurably better without screaming for attention? Something to think about.
Definitely food for thought.
Well, thank you for joining us on this exploration of 2025's most thought-provoking gadgets, according to Yanko Design at least.
It's been fascinating to dissect these ideas.
Keep an eye out for how true innovation often hides in plain sight, making everything easier without even trying to grab the spotlight.